Banter fam, happy Friday to you all. It's Friday. We need a Bitcoin pump. It's Friday. We need an altcoin pump. Guys, what's happening? Hope you have had a great week so far. So I want to speak about short squeeze time, right? We are busy with that pullback we spoke about. We spoke about it earlier in the week, saying markets will start to pull back a little bit. Bitcoin did have a nice strong push to the upside. And we did also say that the altcoins are going to get released on the next bounce to the upside. Therefore, we wake up today. We can already see there's some strength coming in with the altcoins. I look at the list over here. Also starting to show nicely. And that is because the Bitcoin dominance has started to show a little bit of bullishness to the alts. A nice little drop off. And I also want to show you guys this as well, that we did lose some short-term trends, right? So it is indicating to us that we should see a altcoin continuation pretty soon. However, there is a nice little trap that can happen just before that. So what I want to prepare us for now is our buy zones, right? Is the scenario of a quick shakeout and a pop. And the second one is market's going to break out now, right? And I think the important thing is to know is we have weekly close coming at the end of the week. And that is when markets are very likely to push. Now, the good thing that we can see from these weekly timeframes, okay, is this is definitely showing us reversal. It's showing us that next week we can definitely have another green weekly candle on Bitcoin, right? And we are, again, not far percentage-wise when it comes to all-time highs. We look at all-time highs, we are 4% away from all-time highs. So this is an engulfing candle that has engulfed the last 3 weeks of damage to the downside. Now in 1 week has been reversed, giving us a very good indication. The next one is going to be green. And obviously, it is now time for altcoins to actually break this important trend. When it breaks this trend, altcoins will join the party, and we can get ready for a nice 30-40% pump to the upside. So let's prepare for that. Let's get our heads in the game. Let's get the altcoins we want to buy, and let's make sure that we are prepared for the next move. No more wasting time. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
Banter fam, like the video up. Yes. How are we all doing? I see 61% bullish. Nice. Guys, a little bit more, again, we're in winter, right? And it's just a little bit more sitting outside and keep casting out the fishing rods, right? We're fishing where not many are fishing, okay? And we will be those that get the best spot of where we fish. And we're also going to detect where the fish are, right? Before the rest of the people come flying in to come fishing, right? And that's the important thing. So keep day by day, keep pushing through. Okay, and the only thing that you're shifting is just protecting your risk management. And if you maybe are taking 1 or 2 losses or these type of things when it comes to trading, trade is a little bit less, but keep fishing, keep in the game, keep pushing through, right? We cannot be bearish on those markets when it comes to a very bullish Bitcoin. Weekly time frame, it's good. Bitcoin is looking strong, very good reversal from Bitcoin so far, right? It's showing us over here, we've engulfed a decent amount of damage, and it's just showing that every buy on Bitcoin or every decent pullback of Bitcoin is worth buying, or specifically with altcoins too, because Bitcoin's here to do a job. And the fact that we've had all of this commotion going on in the world and Bitcoin is still looking strong like this, it's a good sign, right? That at any point parabolic season will start, okay, and we'll start really going into the massive pushes. Now, I also do want to explain here that I think Bitcoin is about 60% done with its bull market, right? 60, maybe 70, maybe 50. Right? But I think Bitcoin is definitely over 50% more finished with its bull market, right? It has gone all the way from the 20,000s all the way to the 100,000s, right? And we're now sitting double from the previous all-time high, right? So I think Bitcoin is getting there. And I think that, again, my targets for Bitcoin are around $180,000 for the cycle. And I think at any point, we'll probably speed up very quickly over there. And then when altcoins obviously join the party is when we're kind of getting near the end of the cycle. Okay, but altcoins are obviously where all the big gains are at, right? Altcoins still have to not only break all-time highs, they still have to go to parabolic season. Okay, so again, that just shows you that Bitcoin will kind of lead the race. And as long as Bitcoin is still bouncing on supports and still creeping up to the all-time highs, we're still in a bull market, right? Don't get that wrong. Just know that the altcoins and these type of things pump a little bit later, right? But Bitcoin will always lead the race. So Bitcoin is looking good. When altcoins are really going to start popping is once we break this trend line over here. If we look at it a couple of percentage away, let's see where we are, around 5 to 10% away. Okay, I do have a short squeeze on the horizon that I want to explain to you guys, and I think that will give us momentum to break the trend, and then altcoins will start to join the party. And again, altcoins pump is going to be strong. The next one is obviously to the all-time highs, which is a good 50 to 100% away on a lot of your altcoins. I've been saying that I think there is a lot of 100% trades available right now. A lot of these altcoins have done multiple 100% trades over the last couple of months. Okay, all of these little pushes where we go here, you can see it's a 200% there. Then we had a strong pop over here of a 267%. Okay, then we had this pop over here of 100%, right? There's a bunch of 100% trades that are boiling up, and you only get them when the market has pulled down in the areas of 70, 80%, right? So there's opportunity on the horizon, a lot of blue chips, a lot of the best projects out there all sitting at good specials, okay? And just know you're preparing yourself specifically when it comes to investing. It's not too hard right now to buy something at these levels, even if you may have bought previously high up over here. You're preparing for a 100% move, right? Now, again, we are all in this mindset of, well, I'm very much in it, of alt season, okay? And the only way you ever catch alt season is actually believing that it's coming. If you don't believe that it's coming, you're not going to catch. You're going to kind of be late and snooze off. With me, I'm a very strong believer it's coming, right? Therefore, when it comes, I'll actually be there to fish it and take it and be part of it, right? Where those who kind of just snooze it off kind of come over here and then really want to buy, right? That's a trick. But again, a push over here is a couple 100% or 100, 200%, and a real parabolic run can end up being in a bunch of 5 to 10x opportunities when it comes to your investing account, right? Incredible. So again, don't lose fact of that, and also know that Bitcoin dominance at any point will drop like a cannon. I actually like that it's putting in a nice little double top here and showing some strength here. I had a look this morning and I saw a couple of alts are maybe getting ready to break to Bitcoin. There's Solana. Sol's not far from a short-term breakout. I just want to show you guys. Hasn't broken yet, but it's close. So Sol's going to join the party pretty soon. And I was looking at Ethereum and all these different alts. Here's ETH. There's ETH. ETH in support. ETH ain't too far away from breaking important trends. Let's draw up a nice little trend over there. There we go. Then ETH will start joining the party. Give us a very good sign that this dominance should start cooling down when Bitcoin starts going parabolic, right? And again, the wave's going to come out of nowhere and catch you off of guard, and it's just going to be crazy, right? Now, let's speak about a short squeeze. A short squeeze on Bitcoin calling up right now. Okay, this is where the short squeeze is. Okay, the short squeeze is here from this 108 to the all-time highs, but the real short squeeze is to the 120,000, right? So that kind of gives us an idea that now we are focused on support buys. We like buying pullbacks. We like loading up and getting ready to build positions on pullbacks. There's your support right now. There's your resistance, right? Once we get through this resistance, there is a short squeeze to all-time highs. We know that there's up to $30, $40 billion of liquidations just by going to $112,000, okay? But what we're really kind of interested in is when Bitcoin finally breaks that wall, right? Where's it kind of going? And it's just preparing you guys again. The way I kind of see things happening is I kind of see that at any point, Bitcoin's going to push to the 120, 130. Then I think your altcoins are going to push to all-time highs. Let me just show you here again. Then your altcoins are going to push to all-time highs. Okay. Then I think there's going to be a shakeout. So let's go through this again. So this is the plan, right? The high time frame plan. Push over there. Then I see a shakeout. Nice little trap shakeout play. And then I see Bitcoin making its way. But when this happens is where I see alt season happening, the real alt season, right? Now, again, you want to be way before alt season. Alt season, you're quite late, right? You want to be in, loaded up, got no more money left, completely dried out of cash and in altcoins for when alt season happens. But this is why I see this happening is I obviously see a push at any point for altcoins. Is that 100% pump I was talking about. We push up over here to all-time highs, maybe just go above it. Then I think there is that trap. And then I think we go into a parabolic run, right? So upside. So that is still the major game plan and how I'm trading it. Now let's speak about the short squeeze over here. Okay, right now we're prepared for some support buys, and I want to play two plays that's going to happen now. I do have the last shakeout. Then we go parabolic. So Bitcoin had a shakeout yesterday. It's quite volatile, right? We're seeing this it's fighting this 106, 108, just chopping. Okay, but this is one play that I see happening. We had a little bit of a strong rejection earlier. Okay, and this for me is one play that I see happening before we go. Remember, by Sunday, I think we're going to rip. I think nonetheless into weekly close, I think the markets are going to push up to the upside strong, right? The question now is this little shakeout. The reason why I'm saying this is because where Bitcoin bounced, I don't see support where it bounced. A little bit of support on this wick over here, but the closing bodies are over here as well. Okay, so it's giving me an idea that we can see this one more shakeout over here. We dropped around the 105, just under 105, and then we get going and we break this trend and we start pushing for the short squeeze. What does that do? When we start to push a little bit down, it allows the shorters to come and short more and get quite arrogant, and more shorters come into the market, making that pool at the top even bigger. And then you just get a massive short squeeze that comes out of nowhere and pushes through. Okay, so both scenarios are pointing to a short squeeze to the upside. The one is just saying, hey, at any point now, we start a little shakeout to the down, and then we get going. Great. Okay, when it comes to us go full bull right now, this is what it kind of needs to look like. Bitcoin is sitting on the other side of the trend. So if you look at this over here, other side of the trend, busy making a bull flag. If we decide to go full bull from here, again, I got two areas of where I want to buy, right? The one is, or let's say build some more positions, because I am starting to build trading positions, right? The one is on that secondly, the first little play of another pullback. And the second one, okay, is we break out here and we test here. That's it. So basically just saying sit in your hands and wait for the clear opportunity. The clear one is we break out, we retest, we go. Okay, and the second one is we shake out to the support zone and then we go. Right, that is literally the major plays over there. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to get ready to come down when the market gets ready to push again. So I do think for the next, I don't think much longer. I literally think in the next 4 to 6 hours we should get the dip off. Okay, if that play happens, and then you could see that Bitcoin dominance lost the trend. So at any point now, hopefully we can see a distribution to the alts. So the alts are looking strong and juicy. Okay, and again, we still have this liquidity sitting lower on the total 3. So just saying, hey, this can still happen, and then we go to the upside. So what this looks like on a bunch of your altcoins is if you look at them over here, again, we got to play. I would rather let it pop and confirm we're going up before I just go ape in with all my leverage trades. You know, because again, if it goes up, makes a flag, and then pops, then I can buy there and put a stop loss, right? I'm happy. Okay, but secondly, until that, I got to realize that where we dropped to, we never had major supports, and we can see that one more drop off and we go. Now, again, it's around 5 to 7%. I don't think it's much bigger than that, but that is where the opportunities are. Now, the next thing that's important is if we do, let's play the two scenarios. If we start dropping off here, make sure you put this trend line in because that's the vital one to buy when it breaks. Okay, very important. If it decides to pop up, let it break, let it come down, and these supports that are resistance now will be your new buy zones. Okay, so when it comes down to a bunch of altcoins, here is Solana as example. The liquidity is still sitting over here. We do have a trend. Let it rather pop, go sideways, and break. Then that would be the play for me. But until then, this is the areas down here that I'm paying attention to for liquidity. These zones over here, right? Same with Sui. Sui actually did hit some good liquidity zones. But guys, I really think this is higher lows. I think right now they are good spot buys. I think Sui is in a good spot by now. I think accumulating Solana now, accumulating ETH, these are good, right? When it comes to leverage trades, we got to be very sure, right? Very sure that it's ready to kind of go now. We don't want to give away unnecessary money, okay? But alts that are definitely showing strength, the bouncers that are strong on Sui, bouncers strong on Injective, right? Keep eye on these trends. There's the trend over there. Remember, trends are there just to save you from entering too early, right? XRP is coming down. The liquidity sitting here earlier to the $2 mark. Very good buys, right? Dogecoin, this is my play on Doge. Doge drops off here to the mid-15s, and then we get rocketing to the upside. Again, if we decide to pop, I'm actually doing a show tomorrow, guys. So that's good. I'll be back here tomorrow. If we decide to break the trends, then I'm here tomorrow for the new entries. But for now, we are preparing for that nice little shake-off. Liquidity sitting a little bit lower down. And then from there, we get ready to pop to the upside. Guys, a couple of things over here as well. Remember, if you are looking for an exchange account, remember, big shout out to BTCC. They're running these bonuses. If you sign up with a BTCC account, okay, and you deposit, okay, you can get up to $10,000 in deposits, bonuses, right? Make sure you go claim it. And then the way I do it is put in, let's say 10K, get 1,000, and I'll use 1,000 for leverage. Quite simple, right? Use my 10,000 for spot, use the 1,000 for leverage. Amazing, right? So this thing. So big shout out to BTCC. If you want, link below in the description. You will find the BTCC links over here. Okay, and once you have signed up over there, you can also join my school. Now, I did tell you guys that I will give access to a person that has a BTCC link, did I not? To the good old indicator. Good old indicator. The indicator that called the longs yesterday. See that? It called the longs, right? And I love it. Even called the shorts at the top there too. Let's see what the indicator is saying right now. Okay, so again, I'm going to call someone and we're going to check if you have a BTCC account. Both, let's just put on the screener, see what's available right now. Okay, so not much on the 1 hour, agreeing with what I've been saying. Let's see here. Oof, there was a nice long print on the 4 hour on that drop to 136. That's where I told you to buy Solana, put a stop in. So that was a very good buy over there. I see it's talking about AVAX there on a long. And it's also nice, again, if you are a bear, then it also gives you shorts, right? There's your shorts telling you BNB, get ready for a short. And this one was a short that was in play. It's now in play. Okay, let's go through the next time frames here. Let's have a look. Let's see what we are seeing over here. I want to change a setting or two. These things do allow these basic settings here. Again, I'll explain it to any winners out there for it. Okay, not much. Okay, it's calling a long on ETH and TRX. We will do an entire indicator show tomorrow for you guys. So we're just going to bring your damn coffee and bring all your dirty altcoins and your great altcoins and just bring them all. And we're just going to sit for like 30 minutes to an hour and just run the indicator on all of yours. We can go monthly charts, weekly, daily. We can go look at the longs, look at the shorts, look at all the major things over there as well, right? Amazing. Okay, guys, who has a BTCC account? Who has a BTCC account? Remember, I don't give this to no one, right? Choosing one person here. You'll get it for a month. And if you kill it with it, then I'll maybe give it to you for longer. It would be great. Who has one? Really, really, really? I'm good. Not me. Okay. Let's go back one, Matt. Heal your inner child. 1 month. 1 month. You get the sniper indicator. 1 month. The indicator will be ready for you in around 10 days. They're busy with final tweaks on it. And we'll get you in over there. Please go and email below. Email your name. Let's verify you. And then we'll give you a nice little rundown of the indicator, how to use it. And congratulations. It's incredible. Heal your child. 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗴𝗏 goes, there we go. Okay, fantastic. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow and we'll whoop butt again. Maybe in the future, I'll give away some more. Again, if you've got a BTC account and a WEEX account, I'll also choose from WEEX as well. They both have sign-up bonuses. They both get you into school. Open up your accounts, deposit in there, and we'll do some more giveaways. Guys, have an absolute great weekend. Love you lots. I'll see you tomorrow for Saturday show. Bye-bye.